farmers get the wrong end of the stick for the most part. Morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite farming family. Excuse me. And today we're gonna be taking a look at the farm again. In the last video you saw where we had some disease on the melon and also the corns, the ear. There was an overgrowth of ear, so the ear was growing outside of the husk. So stay tuned, we could explore what was taking place. Alright guys, well, the melon pretty much gone now. You see it? We'll get off of the vine. There's a new one coming up right there. But guys, this is what you call gummy stem blight. Now this occurs for various reasons. If the temperature is too hot and if the temperature is too wet as well, because melon don't really like open water, like open sun either. With the temperatures being what it is in the world and especially in Jamaica, we experience some unfavorable weather for farming, but we pressed along and we still planted because regardless of the temperature you have to eat. And it's little things like these teach you how to do it the next time you do it when there is adverse weather conditions. But it is important to note that this is caused by if the leaves are too wet or the humid conditions that we're experiencing now in Jamaica persist. You find that we get things like that happening. As it relates to this, as I said, I'm going to cut it off and get rid of that. We may have to just get rid of the whole vine, because while a new one is coming up and other small ones are around, we're not sure if this will affect the entire crop. And if I'm seeing clearly right there, there is a spot right here, as you can see. That's the tip of the melon. I'm not sure if this is going to turn out into that black spot we saw on the other melon, but we'll watch this one to see what happens. If it turns out like that, we'll just eradicate the whole vine and start afresh. Yeah, I was just cutting the yard. As you can see, the yard is cut. I had to stop because the machine stopped. Thought it was gas. But no, gas in here is still not starting. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's too hot now, it needs to cool or what. But yeah, that's where that is right now. Yeah, let's go over to the corn to show you guys what's happening. Alright, see, the corn kernels are being affected. There's an overgrowth of the ear, the husk, and premature sprouting is taking place right there. I don't know if you see where the ear is starting to grow out right there. That's premature sprouting taking place right there. This is as a result of the temperature. It's really hot and plants that are not accustomed to these kind of conditions will not thrive in an atmosphere which is like this, and therefore the plants are put under stress. Therefore the results of the corn ears, and all of them have grown out of their husk, because look at this one, but this is a younger ear of corn, and those over there are very young as well. There may be others like this one who is not so young, but the thing is, what we've realized is that even when we see them not coming out of the husk in the embryonic stage, or even the mid to late parts of it, eventually we just start see them coming out of the husk, because not all of them that had the husk at the ear exposed or like that in the early stage or even to the middle to the end part here. But that's what we're experiencing, and temperatures again is a major factor in what is taking place. So guys, this is what farmers are faced with. We're backyard farmers. We're not doing it on a large scale. So just imagine, you plant all that crop, and it's affected by diseases like these, and you have to get rid of the entire crop. That's a lot of money being spent. So here's another one which is not going out at this time, but I suspect it will, because I'm seeing some of the kernels from the top down. I don't know if you can see it. Focus. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah, for the most part, they're growing out of the husk. We're gonna pick a few of them to, because some of them seemingly is to the stage where it can be picked. For example, this one, when the silk becomes dark like this, it is an indication that it can be picked. So we're gonna harvest a year or two. Even the ones that are protruding out, we're gonna harvest a couple of those, and all we do, cut the top off, and we can, if there's no rot or anything further down on the corn, the cob, we'll just cut off the bad parts and boil the other parts. So yeah guys, this is what we're experiencing on the farm. Guys, one must also note that farmers get the wrong end of the stick for the most part. While farming can be a lucrative business, farmers are shafted in the sense that, a lot of care is not paid in that regard to them, because when things like that happen to farmers, yes, there are times when the government comes in and gives a helping hand, but for the most part, it doesn't. And, if farmers don't farm, we're all gonna starve. And, we have to take in consideration what farmers go through when we go to the supermarket or the market to buy produce. And they said it is X for it, and we ball and we say, oh, we not pay that. But you have to understand, especially in a time like this, when it's very hot and humid and there's not a lot of rainfall. Yes, in the recent days, we've had a little bit of water, but it's nothing compared to what we actually need. Because if you look, the NWC saying that the Mona reservoirs and the Hermitage Dam is still below the level it should be. So you realize that the rainfall that's happening is not at a level to kind of alleviate the problems for us for drinking water, let alone for farmers who rely on that specific water to water their plants. Because one must understand that, using the irrigation water, while it's good water because it has the nutrients that plants needs, there's also a cost associated with getting that water. And if there's no rain, you're going to have less of it. And if there's moderate rainfall, you find that it costs farmers less, and produce will be a lot less, because the cost for water is of such. Because when you buy water and then having to, depending on your location of your farm, having to transport it, that's another thing. So you're going to have to pay people to bring it at a particular distance, let alone if you can't drive onto the farm. That's another headache right there. So, it is we must take in consideration when we buy produce what farmers go through. And easy. It's not easy. It's very rewarding, and you can become wealthy from farming, but there's a lot of headache that goes into it. So if you are a person who are not willing to go through that headache, farming is not for you. But I would recommend to Jamaicans to all have a backyard farm. A backyard farm is incredible. It gives you that safety net, as it were, that you have something in your backyard Not all of the times we have the cash to care, but we have a backyard farm, so we can go and pick some watermelon and have a couple of slices. We could pick a cantaloupe, have a couple of slices. We could pick corn. The other day we picked pop chow. If you notice, I showed in a video before that we reap some of the pop chow. In fact, we reaped most of it, and we gave pretty much most of it away to friends and families and persons watching our channel. We gave it away. We shared with persons, because I think sharing with persons who don't have a farm, or sharing in general, it kind of helps the other one to understand the concept of sharing. And also what it also does, it helps person to be motivated to want to have a backyard farm so they can share. Because being able to boast, because some of us boast that, oh, this came from my backyard. That feeling is good, because I've boasted in the past that, oh, I got this from my backyard. When I go to work, when I do share with some of my co-workers, this is from my backyard. I feel real good, and persons are intrigued by it to want to go into farming. So it is very good that you have a backyard farm. And we saw what happened the other day, a couple of years ago, where persons were locked in their homes. Persons starved because they never had food. But if they had a backyard farm, that would be a different case. Yes, you may not be able to grow everything, but you would not starve, because at least you would have something in the ground that you could eat. And pop choy, for example, or pak choy, is a quick crop. In about a month and a half, we had pak choy that we could eat. We have a one bungle in the fridge now. We can probably go inside and do that for breakfast. So it is important that we start our backyard farm to mitigate against things like these. If there's a rush on supermarkets, you don't have to worry, because you have food in the back of your yard. Yes, you can't have everything, but to start somewhere, because you start somewhere, you're gonna plant, for example, corn. Then you say, oh no, I want pak choy, and then you plant pak choy, and then you plant callaloo, sweet pepper. You start planting a lot of things. So it's important to put in the work, ensure that you have a backyard farm. And who knows, it could lead you into going into farming in a larger scale, and you can make money from it. So guys, I would emphasize that you get a backyard farm. Alright? Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm gonna go pick this one. Oh. See you guys. Dark, so it suggests that it's ready to be harvested. This one also seemingly ready to be harvested. There's insects on it. Oh, the wasp that, people, Jesus Christ. Whee. So that's two. There's another one around here. Alright. I'm gonna reach around, people. Oh, that one a big man. So that's three here. Yeah, pick it up. And I said from bees, busting up. Hey guys, so that's what we've harvested so far. 4. We'll look and see what will take place with it. So I take it inside, I will peel them. Hey guys, see the outcome there. You notice it's yellow, but the kernels are very small. Look at the end. There's even worm in there. But that shows it can't eat, because worm I eat it, we can't eat it now. So So them come out very skinny. These over here were the more mature ones, the kernels and these. I don't know if you can pick it up in the camera, are much larger than the ones that I showed you previously. Kernels and these are bigger. So I'm gonna cut off the overgrowth part and boil them up and get into them. So stay tuned while we boil them up and try them. If this video come out, you know, say we're alright. If this video not come out, we kick the bucket. Folks, we boil them up. You can see the steam coming out. I'll mash them up here now. So, yeah, start your backyard, people. You will have days like these and they can eat your harvest.
Oi, oi.
I mean, I eat up our corn.
People, sweet. It's nicer than KFC. Yeah.
See that TikTok? Hey, then there. Go in at mommy.
Mommy, Daddy said you guys ate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.